Hello and welcome to AI Weekly, a place where we have a look at some of the innovation headlines in the Adventist faith community. My name is Bjorn Karlman, your host, joining you from the campus of Newbold College in Berkshire, England. In last week's episode, I admitted I was sounding a bit congested, and I was relieved that I tested negative for COVID. Well, no such luck this week. As I speak to you right now, I definitely do have COVID. I just tested an hour or two ago, and it is not fun. And this is after getting double vaccinated. In other COVID news affecting more than just this Adventist, Stephen E. Brooks, the secretary of the Southwestern Union Conference, sent a November 11 dated letter to the North American division of the Adventist Church, attempting to get legal protection, allowing the union to disregard the Occupational Safety and Health Administration's emergency temporary standard. Now, that's a set of federal requirements aimed at protecting employees from COVID in the workplace. The letter is written on behalf of and with approval of officers of the Arkansas-Louisiana Conference, the Oklahoma Conference, Texas Conference, Texaco Conference, Southwest Region Conference, Southwestern Adventist University, and the Southwestern Union. All right, OSHA's ETS establishes binding requirements to protect unvaccinated employees of large employers. And this is employers that have 100 or more employees. It's protecting them from the risk of contracting COVID-19 in the workplace. At least that's the aim. Under the ETS, larger employers are required to have their workers get vaccinated or undergo weekly testing. OSHA is not implementing or enforcing their new rule after a federal appeals court on November 12, which reaffirmed an earlier temporary halt on the Biden administration's vaccine rules. So they are not implementing the rules right now. Brooks stated his letter the day before the decision from the federal appeals court. And in the letter, he says that OSHA's ETS violates the freedom of conscience and personal choice of employees and members of the Southwestern Union. And he believed that the church should not be the enforcer of government policy and believes in the steadfast adherence of the Seventh-day Adventist principle of separation of church and state. He says, the Southwestern Union and its entities request the North American Division advocates on our behalf in opposing this federal government overreach and violation of church-state separation. This is awkward. As much as the Adventist Church encourages members to do research and make up their own minds on vaccines, the General Conference itself has issued a number of statements supportive of vaccines. Here's a question for the rest of us. How should we see the request of the Southwestern Union for protection against federal mandates to protect workers from COVID? Is this bold, out-of-the-box, innovative thinking, a needed stance to push back on government overreach? Or is this territory the church should not be getting into? Let us know on our Facebook page at facebook.com/AdventInnovate. Thanks for checking out this episode of AI Weekly. Join us next week for more Adventist innovation news.